Welcome to the first session of the Hybris. Today in this video, I am going to tell you the basic concepts of the Hybris, what is Hybris, when it was invented, and what are the key features of the Hybris. So guys, this session will be bit theoretical session, and in this session I will be telling you some theoretical concepts of Hybris which you must know, and in the subsequent sessions I will be covering the technical portion of the Hybris. So let's start the first concept of Hybris. So the first question is, what is Hybris? So basically Hybris is an e-commerce solution. So Hybris is e-commerce solution. So when we say Hybris is e-commerce solution, why we need Hybris? Let's take an example. Let's open Amazon.in. So you can see in this Amazon.in we can see multiple things. We can see different contents and different products. Like this is a product washing machine. So you can see these contents and products. You must have observed these contents and products keep on changing. So if we have a simple Java application, it will be very difficult to do this task. So Hybris or e-commerce platform provides us this flexibility. If I say open this product, so like I have opened this product. This is a OnePlus Y series smart LED. So you can see this is the current price of this smart TV, but this price keeps on changing depending on the demand and time. So Hybris provides us this flexibility to change the price of any product at runtime, and also Hybris provides us this flexibility to change the images of this product at runtime. So I hope now you understand why we need Hybris, what is the use of Hybris, what is the benefit of the Hybris. So Hybris provides us runtime environment where at runtime we can change even the product description, product price, or product image, or many other things which we can do with the Hybris. So let's go back to Notepad++. So now I have told you Hybris is an e-commerce solution. So there are few other concepts related to Hybris. Hybris is a basically multi-channel e-commerce and product management software. So now you have understood why I am saying Hybris is a product management software, because through Hybris you can change the product details at runtime. So Hybris provides us a separate cockpit, which is PCM, product content management. So through that cockpit you can do all these things. We will discuss this in detail in subsequent chapters. Now, is the Hybris only one e-commerce solution? Is there any competitor of Hybris? Yes, there are competitors of Hybris in market for the e-commerce solutions. So key competitors of Hybris are Oracle ATZ. This is the key competitor, and then there is an open source competitor as well, which is Magento, and then there is another competitor which is IBM WebSphere Commerce. IBM WebSphere Commerce. So why I'm telling you all these things, because once you will start working in Hybris, you would keep hearing these terms subsequently, Oracle ATG. So you should all know what is Oracle ATG. Oracle ATG is also an e-commerce platform which is again a competitor of Hybris. Similarly is the IBM WebSphere Commerce. Now there is one more question: is Hybris open source? I mean, is Hybris free to use? No, Hybris is not open source. It is not free to use. You need to buy a license to use the Hybris. So unlike Java, Hybris is not free to use. Now there is one more concept, like you must have worked in the Java, and in the Java you must have created a project in your workspace. So in the similar way, in the Hybris we create a project. In the Hybris we create extensions, and in the extension we write code. So like in the Java we create project, and inside a project we write code. So in the similar way, in the Hybris we create extensions, and in the extensions we write code. In the similar way, in the IBM WebSphere Commerce or in ATG we create modules, and inside the modules we do the code. So these are the basic things which you must know. And one more key concept of Hybris is a multi-channel commerce solution, omni-channel commerce solution. So you should know what is omni-channel commerce solution. So let me give an example. So firstly we will write Hybris is a omni-channel commerce solution. So what is firstly omni-channel commerce? So these are the terminologies which are frequently asked in interview questions as well. So there is a terminology single channel. What is single channel? So for example, if you go to a store and buy a product, then that is a single channel solution. Okay, and then there is another term which is multi-channel. So multi-channel, in the multi-channel means there will be multiple channels used in that solution. So multiple channel example is, for example, if you go to a website, you search for a product and you like the product, and then you go to a store and buy it. So here multiple channels are used. So this is a multiple channel solution. And then there is a cross channel solution. So cross channel means you visited a website and then you liked the product, you took the pamphlet of product and WhatsApp that product to WhatsApp the pamphlet of that product to your friend. And then your friend calls to the customer care and order that product. So this is cross-channel solution. Now finally, what is omni-channel solution or omni-commerce solution? So guys, these are important terminologies which are frequently asked in interviews. So you should know what is single channel or a multi-channel or a cross-channel. So you should be aware of these terminologies. So what is omni-commerce solution? So omni-commerce solution is like a Hybris is an omni-commerce solution. So for example, you start researching on product, researching on a website, you see multiple options, on website. You select one of the product, and buy it. And during the purchase of that product, you modify your address because you must have already created a profile, so you want to order that product at some other address, so for that you modify the address. And when you go to the final checkout page, you apply a voucher. So when you apply a voucher, you get a discount. And then on the checkout page, when you have applied discount, you have added address, then you go to the payment section. So in the payment section, again you have multiple options to pay, like you can pay through net banking, or you have option to do pay later. So there are multiple options you have. You select one of the payment option. I think all of you have seen an e-commerce website like Amazon or a Flipkart. So I think you all are aware of this, how we do a shopping in e-commerce website. So firstly we select a product, and then we add that product into the cart, and then we go to checkout, we fulfill our address, and after filling our address we go to the payment section, we select one of the payment option, and then we place an order. We do have an option to return as well. So this type of dynamic agile behavior is called as omnicommerce. So I think guys, now you have understood this easy explanation what is omnicommerce solution. There are many type of bookish explanation about the omnicommerce, but I have given you the simple example, simple terminologies of omnicommerce. So I think now you have understood better these terminologies, and these terminologies are frequently asked in the interview questions. Why Hybris is omnicommerce solution, so you should be aware of this. So now let's talk a bit about the history of the Hybris. So Hybris was firstly started in 1997 in the Switzerland. Later that company, the company name was also Hybris. So Hybris moved to the Germany. So it was started in 1997 in Switzerland, and then later on this company moved to Germany. So we call Hybris as SAP Hybris. So it means SAP is owning the Hybris. But was SAP owning the Hybris from the very beginning, from 1997? No. SAP purchased or SAP acquired Hybris only on 1st August 2013. So before that, Hybris was an independent company, but SAP acquired Hybris on 1st of August 2013. And it was only when SAP acquired the Hybris, it got boomed up. Its demand got increased. SAP integrated multiple solutions of its own with the Hybris, and after that, its demand got increased, and it started competing the ATZ solution. And in the current time, I can tell you Hybris is used in more solutions than ATZ. So Again, more concepts of Hybris. Hybris is built on Spring framework. Hybris is built on Spring framework of Java. So if you want to learn Hybris, you should be aware of the concepts of the Spring. Guys, I have created another tutorial for learning Java. You can check that tutorial if you want to learn Java as well. So it leverages all powerful concepts of Java, jQuery, JDBC, and AOP. I hope you already know what is AOP in Spring. So now you can see Hybris is a powerful tool. I think so. Firstly, I think we can discuss on the Hybris versions as well. So there are the various Hybris versions, like we have a version 5.4.3.2 and we do have a 18.5. So what it means, I mean what these versions suggest. So if I say this is the Hybris version, so what it means? So here 5 is a major version, 5 is a major version, and then 4 is feature, 4 is a feature, and then 3 is a minor version, and then 2 is a patch. So you should be aware, I mean, what these digits mean. 5 is a major version, 4 is a feature, and 3 is a minor version, and 2 is a patch. And guys, as I told you, in the Hybris we mostly use the concepts of the Spring. So what are the key concepts of Spring we will be using? So first one is the dependency injection. So I hope you guys already aware of this concept. If you are not aware, then you can check my Java tutorial for the same. In my playlist, I have created a separate playlist for Java tutorials, so you can check that. Second concept is AOP, aspect oriented programming. Okay, and then we will be using Spring FVC, and advanced levels. At advanced level we will be using the Spring security. So these are the key concepts which we will be using in Hybris in upcoming sessions. So guys, as I told you, this session will be mostly theoretical session, but in the subsequent sessions I will be practically teaching you each concept of Hybris. So I think I have covered most of the basic things. Yeah, so let's visit one website which is e-commerce, like Amazon is also e-commerce website. I'm showing you one website. So let's see this website. So this weekday.com is an e-commerce website and it is built over the Hybris platform. So you can see there are multiple things over here. So there are basically two things. The first one is the content. So these all are the contents, and the second thing is the products. So these all are the products. And then we have multiple categories, say like women category, men category, or a sale category. So inside a category we do have subcategories, and we can have a subcategory inside a subcategory. So like I am opening women category. Inside the women category I have a new arrival subcategory, and if I open this new arrivals, you can see inside a new arrival subcategory we can have another subcategory like clothing, denim, accessory. Like women is a category, and then I went to new arrivals. Now new arrival can be a clothing new arrival or a denim new arrival or accessory new arrival. So new arrival is a subcategory, and inside subcategory we again have subcategories like clothing, denim and accessories. So like I am selecting clothing subcategory, so it will show me the list of all the products belonging to the clothing subcategory. So if I select one product, so like I have selected one product, so now this page has opened. So guys, this page is called as a PDP page, product descriptive page. Okay, so you can see this page has opened. Now you can see inside this product there can be multiple variants. So this is a Janice coated short trench, so it comes in multiple colors like black color or off-white color. So these are variants. So firstly, this one is a product, we call it as an article in our terminology, 10-digit article in our terminology. So inside a article, or article can have multiple variants, black variant or off-white variant. If I show you, like I told, this is a 10-digit right article, this is a 10-digit article, and inside an article we can have a multiple variant like black variant, and I show you this variant is of 13-digit. So these are the black and white off-white variants. So if I select like black variant, we can have different sizes in the black variant. So like I am selecting the medium size, and if I click to add to bag, like I am clicking add to bag. So why I am showing you all this, so you should be aware of a solution or a flow in e-commerce website. So when I click on add to bag, so automatically these products get added to the cart. You can see now this product has been added to the cart. So now I'm going into the cart page. So guys, you must have seen, firstly I selected one product, then I added that product, and then I went to cart category. So now see the difference between a hybrid solution and a simple Java solution. Do you aware this solution is already developed by Hybris? So it means when you start working on a Hybris project from very scratch, these pages are already created. You don't need to develop these pages. So whenever you get a Hybris file or a Hybris zip, Hybris e-commerce suite, in that suite these pages are already created, like cart page is already created. But yes, some customizations are done over here. Like you can change the name of this as per your customization, or you can add some more features, but basic pages are already created in Hybris e-commerce suite. So now I think you are already aware, or you can assume how powerful is the Hybris solution. So basic pages are already there. So when you click on go to checkout, so this functionality is already built in Hybris e-commerce suite. So when I click on go to checkout, we are going to a checkout page. So here you just enter your email address, like I am entering my email address, and I will add some zip code, but I will not fill this thing. So this is basically a billing address, and when you will fill the billing address, you will get the multiple delivery options according to your address. So when you fill the delivery option, automatically a payment page will get loaded up. So there will you get multiple options to you know uh, uh, buy that product. Let's see, let's complete it. So firstly I will need a sample uh, address for the France, because the website belongs to the France. So let's fill it. Right. So I have filled the address, and as you can see, once I fill the address, it gives me multiple delivery options, like how you want to get this product. Do you want a home delivery or you want a pickup solution? Whatever it is. So like if I select a pickup solution, it will give me a nearest store where you can pick the address. Pick your product. So this is all. And like I told you, once you once you enter the delivery address and then your delivery option, it will automatically show you the payment option, like how you want to pay. Do you want to pay through card or you want to pay through a PayPal account? So if like I enter my card details and then I click on the buy now option, then automatically the order will get placed. So this is how an order gets placed in e-commerce solution. And like I have told you how strong the Hybris is, because it gives you the basic page or basic structure of an e-commerce solution automatically. So you are not starting from the scratch, you already have some built-in pages, you just have to do some customization. So when you start working in a Hybris project, so this is very useful thing for developers or companies, because it saves a lot of cost for them. The projects get completed or finished very soon, in a very short interval of time. So if a Java project is completed in 6 months, Hybris project can be finished in even 2 months, because basic things are already there. So I hope now you are well aware of what is the history of Hybris, when Hybris was invented, what are the key concepts of Java which we use in Hybris, what is omnicommerce solution, because this is the most important terminology which is asked in interviews. So you should be aware of all these. So guys, in the next sessions I will be showing you some practical concept of Hybris. So there are multiple terminologies. We do have multiple cockpits in Hybris. I will show you those cockpits as well. Then we have multiple terms, accelerators, extensions, add-ons. We will discuss those as well. So first of all, in the next session, we will be doing a basic setup of Hybris, so that you can install the Hybris in your local computer. So we will be doing a B2C accelerator setup in our next session. So I hope you enjoyed this session. So if you like this session, do share this video with your friends, and thanks for watching. Bye.